I will be playing with my beautiful E-50 ausf M German Tier 10 medium tank that was designed by Wargaming. Yes. Stats about this tank. Well, it has, oh great, 1900 health. It weighs 63 tons. It has, with my equipment loadout and provisions, I control provisions. My equipment is vents, rammer, and I believe vertical stabilizers, which I run on a lot of my medium tanks. It has 1320 base horsepower, not base horsepower, I read that wrong. Horsepower engine with, once again, provisions since they boost your engine and whatnot. It has a 60 kilometer per hour top speed, but I've exceeded that. I know I've seen it hit 65, but who knows, maybe I was blind or not seeing correctly. It has a 54.21 degrees per second traverse rate on its hull. That's a nice E5. And, well, it has 150 millimeters of frontal hull armor on the upper plate. The upper plate is really, really, really effectively armored. Way better than 150 if you angle it. But it can still be penned, because everybody spams Pramo at tier 10. You play this game at tier 10. Oh, that was a bad shot. Everybody spams Pramo at a heavily armored tank, and sometimes at my Grill E-50, but that's another story. Let me see. It has 80 millimeters of side armor, which is really, really, really nice for side scraping. It also has 80 millimeters of rear armor, which I don't see the point in telling that. I mean, it won't get HE'd that often unless it's a Death Star, but still. Death Star 422 or 215B. Right now, I'm just sitting on this ridge. I have yet to, well, that's not true. I have yet to deal damage in this game. There, kill steal for 22 damage. Now I'm going to push on this STB. Anyways, its turret front is spectacular. It, I believe, used to be 158 millimeters or 150. And then Wargaming decided it was too weak, so they buffed it up to 250 millimeters. Because you need that much. And look at that. I've done 22 damage and there's one guy left. Talk about a good game. I've stolen 2 kills and done less than 300 damage. Not a good game. It has 80 millimeters. First of all, the turret, since it's 250 millimeters on the front part, but that is the flat part around the gun. It isn't. Wow. I carried. It's the flat part around the gun right there. That is the 250 millimeters effective armor. But since it is flat, it's not rounded like the Soviets or anything like that. It can still be penned rather easily by Pramo or high penetrating rounds, and it's 80 millimeters all the way around the rest of the turret. And since it's flat and it's relatively big, who would shoot the turret? Why not shoot the hull? Let's go into battle. So if you show your side more than off, unlike an IS-8, I'm stumbling over my words, that I meant IS-7, which has really trolley armor. Oh look, them again. It, mind blank. It can be penned rather easily. That's what I was about to say. Anyways, we've talked about weight, horsepower, mobility, control of flank, yes, armor. The turret, 37.23 degrees per second traverse, which isn't that fast for a medium tank. Now, the gun, it has a 6.8 second reload, as you can see with my loadout. Oh, there's an E-50M. There's a 140. And I'm going to ram the STB. Because he needs to be rammed. Oh, nice shooting M103. How about I shoot the E100? Oh, yeah. So 6.8 second reload. It has a base, dispersion at 100 meters of 0.30. That is the highest base dispersion value in-game. But with my equipment loadout, it is actually 0.266 because which makes it the most accurate gun in game because the Grillet can't use events. I am not doing well. I'm going to get shot in the rear. It has 350 average with its APCR and its heat ammo. With HE, it goes up to 450, and its HE has 60 millimeters of penetration, its APCR 270, and its heat 330. Wow, I'm doing better than the last game. But, last game I did nothing, so it doesn't really matter, An American medium tank, soft target, you saw that I should be able to pen. I am having some ping issues, and I'm dead. Not a good game. But, as I was saying, it has 270, 330, and 60, 350, 450. It has a 280 millimeter, wow, 280 meter view range. Disclaimer, this video is a bit derpy. I mean, my commentary is all over the place. It's fine. 280 millimeter, I said it again. Yeah, I did. 280 meter view range, which for Blitz is quite good. But if we were on PC, it would be awful. Awful, awful, awful. I believe that it's... I don't know PC stats. I don't know. But as it's built so heavily and it's got the armor and it has some hit points, not really. It can tank, it can side scrape. I'm getting my rear end carried here. So, I mean, it can side scrape, it can tank, but it's called a medium tank. I mean, Germany didn't call it a medium tank because it's based on a German design by Wargaming. Because Wargaming needed a tier 10 medium tank for Germany, and they decided to buff an E-50. Buff it, I believe make it heavier. I believe it's the heaviest medium tank in game. I think it is. But it can ram. You saw that the enemy E-50M tried to ram me, but I was dead first. I mean, since we both weighed 62, 63 tons, roughly, we would have done similar I would have done more damage to him since I was on low health. But if I was full health and he was full health and we're both moving at 60, we could have done damage to ourselves. A lot of damage, 600, 800. But then again, the armor, since it's rather thick, can negate ramming damage. And meanwhile, I'm just showing you all an E4. American tier 10 tank destroyer. The American tier 10 tank destroyers are carrying me. 155 millimeter armed tanks. The E3 has better gun stats, but is slower by far. And the E4 has a turret, which can help. Typically, turreted tank destroyers have worse gun stats than non-turreted tank destroyers. That's a price you pay. I believe that was an E-50M firing heat twice into that E3. E3 is one of the best armored tanks from the front in-game. Unlike the C4, which cheeks the turret, the hull, the lower glacis, that's the word, the commander's cupola, they're all weak spots. On the E3, over here, the cupola is not a weak spot unless you have a great deal of penetration. The lower glacis is a weak spot, however, GG, if you can get the right angle on it. If they don't try to move it, wiggle it, but since it is rounded on the bottom, that provides, if you angle it, you provide easy penetration. I'm supposed to be talking about E-50M, not American tank destroyers. I kind of got carried that game. Yeah. But let's play one more battle. Let's talk about something. I'm sure I'll think of it. I rather enjoy playing the E-50M simply because it's a bully. I mean, you can snipe in it, you can brawl in it, but you shouldn't because its DPM on it is really, really bad for a tier 10 medium tank. Other tier 10 medium tanks can rip it to pieces. It's just, yeah, it's just the way it is. But it's otherwise, Soviet medium tanks can side hug it pretty effectively since it's, well, tall. Really tall. It seems to be a theme with my German tanks. The Grille is really tall. The E-50M is tall and fat and heavy and goes the same top speed but takes forever getting there as a Grille. And we're going right? Okay then. Am I the only... No, we got a beautiful loyalty tank. That's the M60. Yeah, I don't like that tank. It was stupidly implemented into the game. But hey, you know, whatever, wargaming. They're loyal players, aka I believe that some people in the forums have been saying those who paid and like a certain amount of money in a certain time period got the tank, but you know, whatever. I don't need a tier 10 tank. I obviously have enough. And that was sarcasm. Oh, that was a nice tracking shot. That's below average, 325. But I believe my first shot was above average, so it evens out. Their E-50M is dead. That is an amazing news for me because, you know, I don't like other E-50M drivers. I didn't aim that shot very well, but, you know, sometimes RNG can make you miss, but sometimes you're just not aiming. And that was, yeah. How about I shoot up here? Yeah, that's more like it. 401, that is a high roll. We have a medium tank to our rear at Type 61. How about I go and ram that thing? I wanna ram something. I feel like ramming something. Will I be able to ram it, or is he gonna die first? Or am I going to die first? That's a better question. No, Type 61, don't run away. Your fate is right here. Oh, I messed it up. Oh, he's gonna die. Totally didn't steal that kill. How about an Object 148? Well, it was the best Soviet medium tank until it kind of... That was a beautiful shot. Firing on the move. Alright, I'm gonna ram him. Yep, worth it. Now we got a T-54 over here. It was absolutely worth it to ram that guy. I don't care. Ramming is fun. Ramming is what I love to do in this thing. The best ram I've ever seen was me ramming an T110 E5 at full speed. Well, that was a nice ram too. At full speed, and his tank actually getting on top of my front, and I did 1,200 damage without firing a shot into him. It was epic. Alright, am I gonna get my Top Gun? If I can get the Death Star and the Death Star doesn't get me. I'm hoping the Death Star... Oh, their Death Star is on 922. So, I would totally go and ram him, but he's probably going to kill me first. So do it anyway. Oh my gosh, that is a good shot, and I was saved from death. That 404 damage on the move. Well, that was a game to redeem my first game, and kind of redeem my second game since that one wasn't great either. But that ram on the 140 was fun. A third class Confederate, 2,800 damage. I actually made money in a tier 10 tank. Top on the team, top in-game on damage. That means that it was pretty evenly distributed on our team, the damage. Well, with that being said, I suppose I shall end this video, and I'll bid you all a farewell. And good luck, and wreck noobs, and I can't think of anything else.